Yes, sir. And we both knew going into this game that this was going to be one of those high-scoring playoff games where the offenses kind of put on a display as to what their capabilities are going to be. We knew that the Detroit Lions defense, although they have performed admirably over the past several weeks, they had come in hobbled. They have a plethora of season-ending injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Aaron Glenn, looking at possible future, head coaching positions, may have been a little bit distracted. We don't know. But that kid, Jayden Daniels, JD5, the offensive rookie of the year, the second pick in the NFL draft, who has led a Washington Commanders team from a 4-13 record last year to a 12-5 regular season record this year, and has won 2 playoff games in a matter of 2 weeks. 2 playoff games in a matter of 2 weeks. Some of us ain't did that in a whole decade, but the Washington Commanders, Washington Commanders went into the Lions then and shocked the world. Griff, all right, man, break this game down for me and highlight how the Washington Commanders hung 45 points on a Detroit Lions team that had 15 regular season wins this year.
Turnovers, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. When you come in these games right here, like we just seen with the Baltimore Ravens, turnovers was a difference in the game. Turnovers was the difference in this game, and the only difference was, and I talked about this on Friday. We talked about Jared Goff threw four interceptions against the Texans. Only thing was the defense was able to help him. You just said that it finally caught up. All the injuries that they had on the defensive side of the ball finally caught up with them, man. And I will tell you something else that I seen. I don't know, man. They was in panic mode. This is the first time that I looked at Detroit, and they looked like they was in panic mode with all these little plays that they was running, these little gimmick plays and stuff. When you start doing that, you're in panic mode. You got Montgomery back, although the offense seemed like it wasn't as efficient with Montgomery back. It seemed like it was more efficient when they just had Jahmyr Gibbs. But turnovers in this game, and I mean, Jared Goff looked like he was seeing ghosts out there, brother.
Really? Okay. So in a promo clip we did for the week, I said that the year was over for Baltimore, Detroit, Texans, and the Rams. And all 4 of these teams were legitimately good enough to win it all. All 4 of these teams had expectations of being the Super Bowl champion at the end of this year. All 4 of these teams have the coaching to win it all. But the divisional round weekend is where we have that separation where it is not only the big dogs away or stepping away from what you expect of them, but it's, can I be the guy? And Jayden Daniels has been the guy all year. We did a quick review a couple of weeks ago as to why the Commanders are that team this year, right? The Week 5 Hail Mary against the Chicago Bears, the last 10-second comeback against the Dallas Cowboys, tying that game, the awesome comeback against the Philadelphia Eagles to close out that game, the amazing pinpoint passing that Jayden Daniels has done all year. And we're not talking 5-yard, 10-yard, 15-yard slants or post routes. We're talking 40 and 50-yard bombs. And he's putting it right there in the breadbasket when his receivers are blanketed. This is something that you simply cannot teach. He has the it factor that we talked about, say, Travis Hunter having in college football. JD5 is the guy for the Commanders. And if Philly is not ready and on their P's and Q's and tries to be cute like the Baltimore Ravens apparently tried to be and go away from their run game, the Washington Commanders can be in the Super Bowl on 9 February in New Orleans, Louisiana, if the Eagles don't take them serious, which of course they will because they know all about the Commanders, and they only played them a few weeks ago. So The Lions, the same thing that I said about the Baltimore Ravens, phenomenal year, Super Bowl expectations, but you did it to yourself with the turnovers that Griff mentioned earlier. You did it to yourself by not putting together a game plan to outduel someone who is going to be able to put up points. Now, Aaron Glenn tried to do to Jayden Daniels what he did to Sam Darnold by blitzing the bejesus out of him, by just bringing pressure right up the middle. And what did Jayden Daniels do? Scoop to the left, scoop to the right,
and
had Branch in. Exactly, had Branch in his dust. When you swallow Sam Darnold, Jayden Daniels turned that into a first down. Jayden Daniels turned that into a big play, and that is part of the reason why they beat Detroit. The NFC
you see Fred talk about they just like the NFC East, just like the SEC. They only really have two good teams, and the rest of the teams is trash. Hey, you see, I don't know if you noticed that too. He talked about Baltimore, talking about they lost, and he wanted us to salute his sirs. But he had that Baltimore gear on last week, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah. Fred, you don't get to talk about the SEC, my man. All right. But, man, congratulations to the Commanders, to all of the Commanders fans. Special shout out to my homeboy, my brother JP, who is a diehard Commanders fan. So he's been rocking with them for the longest through all of the dark days of Dan or your previous owner, team owner, as long as with Bernie. I know she a dedicated Commanders fan.
You know, BP is born and raised in DC. You know, she a diehard fan. But this just goes to show what ownership, having the right ownership in place, having the right coaches in place. That, and we talked about this on Friday. The Commanders had nothing to lose and everything to gain in this game. And to me, the Commanders look like the team that had been winning all year, and the Lions looked like the team that was, you know, they were scared. They was playing scared, like, hey, we this close, and the moment just got too big for them. That's what I saw in this team right here. Jayden Daniels, I talked about this on Friday against the Bliss. He got like a 114 quarterback rating, so trying to come at him don't help you out none. But on the flip side of it, if you sit back and let him sit in the pocket, then he gonna pick you apart too. That's the difference between him and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold don't have that ability that escape ability, and he definitely don't have that ability. He get the happy feet when he see the Bliss. Whereas Jayden Daniels, like Troy said, he got ice in his veins, man. It's like, okay, bring it on.
Yeah, no, but you cannot fault Aaron Glenn for the approach that he took, right? Even though the numbers said all year that this kid adapts well when he's under pressure. This kid performs well when you blitz him. I don't have any other defense to put up. I am playing third and fourth stringers who are coming off of practice squad A, B, C, or D. Select the team because we have so many injuries. So I'm just going to throw everything at him, and hopefully it creates a turnover. It just so happens that he was anticipating you throwing everything at him, and so that is the reason why the better team won on Sunday. It wasn't that Washington upset the Detroit Lions. The better team for that game, because of the matchups, won that game. Now, will Washington be able to have that same type of success against the Philadelphia Eagles defense that is the number one ranked defense in the league that is going to blitz Jayden Daniels? I don't know. We shall see. We will talk about that a little later and again on Friday, and then we'll see on Sunday. But there should have been no surprises, even though we both picked Detroit to win this game. I went with Detroit because they are the home team, but I was not surprised that Washington won this game. I was actually happy that Washington won this game because I'm, pulling for Jayden Daniels. Not that I'm a Commanders fan or a Sirs like Fred. But we're going to see a heck of a game on Sunday between the Eagles and the Commanders.